Third position could be up for grabs then.
Geelong's bench players, Mensch, McKay, Milburn and Raleigh who came in for Spriggs, and the Western Bulldogs, Wills, Penny, Dimatina and Hahn.
Wine, the first kick of the game, down towards half forward. Hudson in trouble immediately. Hand passes out wide. Socket off the deck by Kilpatrick. It runs out towards the wing. Croft leads in the race, but the boundary line is too close. So Darcy and Graham. Darcy, the experienced ruckman. Graham wins it though. Grant does well in a tight situation. Back to Darcy. Darcy in trouble. Hand passes across to Smith. 14 goals in the last 3 weeks. He snaps and starts brilliantly.
Gee, that was a good kick, wasn't it, by Rowan Smith? I mean, I think Luke Darcy tried to hold the ball and create some sort of opportunity. In the finish, giving it to Smith, who was on his left foot in the non-preferred pocket.
Nobody back in the square. There's the bounce about 25 metres out. Taken by Riccardi. Will it bounce through? Well, they left it open. They paid the price.
Amazing, isn't it? Mark Thompson. Dennis has referred to Mark Thompson, the youngest coach in the AFL. Ben Graham, David Clark, little kick by Gary Hocking. Should be and is well gathered for the Bulldogs. Gets it back again. And Brown was in that passage of play on a couple of occasions. Kick forward. Chance here. The umpire's found the free kick and it's going to the Bulldogs. It'll be taken by Grant. And the umpire was in a fairly good position to make that judgment. One wonders whether the interference was severe enough to justify the free kick awarded to Grant. Well, Grant has a free shot at goal, and Chris Grant, kicking from about 35, goes back and punts it through. Goal to the Bulldogs.
Eventually Darcy comes across. The two big men hanging back. Darcy and Graham cast in the role of ruckman there. Natural for Darcy, not so for Graham. Darcy did well, got it to West. Looping hand pass. Ramiro running inside his Eagleton. Ignores that. Smith, was he tripped? No free kick. Well played by Harley. A despairing lunge. Got a fist on it. Steinford comes back to Harley. The hand pass to Sanderson. Sanderson to centre half back. Scholl. Now Hocking. Hocking running through the middle, kicking to half foot. Could have run a little further, but did well. Found Mooney. Mooney about 55 out. Normally a thumping kick. Looking for Bizzle on the lead. And that's a good mark. Very good marks. In round 11. Distance won't be a problem. Kicks from 40. It's got the accuracy. It's home.
I think Hudson was looking for a handball there.
I think so.
Wasn't too happy that he didn't get it.
Sanderson to Graham. Yes, he's saying, I agree with him. To Smith. He's agreeing with McGrath. So here's Graham up from the back pocket. Quite the difference.
McGrath in the middle.
Yes, he's got it now inside the centre square. Cruising past. This is Scarlett. Turns 21 tomorrow. Down towards half forward. King was up in front. Well, the Chapman have the ball. Advantage is paid. Houlihan's got it now from 50. 5 last week. There's his first today.
That's a tremendous goal.
It's the shine on the ball, Dennis.
A bit like a golf ball.
That's right. They've got a mind of their own.
I think, gee, it never goes where you want it to go.
West to Ellis. Puts the hand pass away to Curley. He's at centre half back. Kicks through the centre. In front, strong mark Bartlett. Hit the ground running. He's away inside the centre square. Spears the pass in. And Grant at full tilt has taken the mark about 40 metres out.
What's really impressed me so far is both teams are trying to get the ascendancy through the middle.
Right behind him, perfect angle. This to level the scores. Chris Grant from 49 metres out. Good looking effort. Plenty of carry on that one. It cleared the fence.
Well, Robbo.
Beautiful kick.
He really wound up for that one. Graham lobs it to the middle. McGrath takes the mark, plays on immediately. This is Ling inside the centre square out towards right half forward. Mooney. He's about 70 metres from goal. Gets around the man on the mark. Runs to the 50. All Geelong players around. So he takes a shot. It's got the carry. It's good.
Very skillfully done. Jason Mooney kicks his first goal of this match, and they're going to go forward again. It's Riccardi. Kicks in that direction. Oh, Bizzle in front. Terrific hands he's got. And in that circumstance where he just had a little bit of space, Peter Riccardi's kick was a beauty, a gem. Bizzle Going for his second goal. And he has registered his second and Geelong's fifth. And of course, Stephen King and Scott Wine doing the ruck work at the boundary throw-in. Johnson gathers, then kicks in the Grant direction. Harley, still Grant, keeping his footing. Harley fell over. At the back, Sanderson, fed out rugby style. Brenton Sanderson handball away. Chance for Harley. Little kick over his left shoulder, not too bad. He spotted Ling. The fellow redhead McGrath runs from halfback, shrugs the tackle, and then kicks with the left foot. Well, was that good fortune? Who cares? Geelong has still got the ball. David Clark from 50 metres. David Clark! Magnificent goal of the Cats. Well, we know he can run. We know he can run fast. And on that occasion, he had the opportunity to steady and kicked a terrific goal for Geelong. Close to quarter time. The Cats lead 6-3.
Like a Sherlock Holmes story around the outer side. The red-headed league. McGrath and Ling combining. Wonderful running goal by Clark. Hocking again. They're doing well on that outer side, working the ball forward. Milburn back to the middle. Taken down was King, but not before he got the check away. Crashing in was Kilpatrick, put Clough down. Ling is strong tackle on Liberatore. In goes Clark. Bizzle hit it hard, falling to the ground. Gets it to Milburn. Runs inside the 50, miscues. Here's a chance for Snell deep in the pocket. Pulls it back, bounces it through. Geelong looking great. Gee, that was so clever.
And very much in his defensive half of the ground. Geelong will get a goal. That was too easy. Bizzle. 3 goals to Bizzle.
I think the Bulldogs are playing too much defensive footy. Like you talk about Johnson, you know, they're just trying to, too many, they've got to actually get some players up and let them play the natural footy. Even having Brown down the back line, like even get him up. He was a tremendous player last week for them.
Kicked 7 goals against the Cats round 2 last year. Could be used on the forward line. This is Clark. He knees the ball away. It's taken by West. West hand pass at the feet of Darcy. Across it comes to Eagleton. He could score from here. 50 metres out. Nathan Eagleton straight through the middle. Lovely running goal.
It's important because he got about, I think, 4 centre clearances last week in the second half.
King continues to get his hands on the ball. Ling, Riccardi, can he get onto his left? Forced to kick with the right. Very good. Kicks a goal. Magnificent goal, Peter Riccardi. 2 goals to Riccardi. They just keep bombing away, don't they, the Cats? Graham, the recipient, a thumping kick. Keeps his footing pretty well out there on the slippery area on the far side of the ground. Ellis just hacks it forward. And Geelong will mop it up. It's Scholl. Little kick into the pocket. All right, and Clark is marked. It's a good sign when you look as though you've got an extra player or 2 on the ground, and that's exactly what's happening for Geelong right now. Clark's kick. Oh, he's done it again. No, this time it's Milburn. This bloke was terrific in the first 5 or 6 rounds last year. He's been on the sidelines this year, but he's made a very welcome return for Geelong, and he kicks the goal.
It's going to be tough from here. Geelong looking even better than Melbourne did in the first half on this ground. 7 days ago, Darcy the backhander. Oh, Mooney came in solidly on West. West hand pass picked up by Scholl. King goes back to Sanderson. Houlihan gets the hand pass away to Graham. Graham a probing kick inside the 50. Hunter missed it. Loose ball. Ling quick hands. Gets it away. The snapshot is good. Great kick by Clark. Or was it Snell? It was Snell for his 3rd. McGrath plays on immediately. That's ambitious. Graham over the top. Harley out against the boundary line. Comes across the goal face. Eagleton favoured by the kick. Terrible mistake. Eagleton runs in and kicks the goal. Punishes Harley. His 2nd.
Mark Thompson spoke to you before the game in that interview that he wanted consistent quarter-by-quarter performances by all of his players, and the way I see this match, that's exactly what's happening as far as Geelong are concerned. And Riccardi sneaks the kick away. Ling, well, he got from behind Ellis, got the front posse and took the mark. Decided to play on. Look at this! Oh, he's got his name written all over the footy, Clint Bizzle. He is just one of the electrifying players of the moment in AFL footy.
Well, Ellis doesn't look too good.
Bizzle shooting for goal number 5. Could make it 46, and he hits the post. Right on the siren. 4 goals, 1 to Clint Bizzle. But at half-time, Geelong 14-7-91 lead the Bulldogs by 41 points.
Yes, they've got to find some goals and some energy very quickly. Liberatore dives in at the feet of King. Hocking comes over the top. Kilpatrick is there as well, and we'll have another bounce. The umpires today, Allen, Hanley and Rowe. 10, 12 and 18. Bounce alongside the centre circle. Wine battling with King. Kilpatrick flew over the pair of them. It falls to Liberatore. A high kick down towards half forward. The two redheads clash. Bartlett and McGrath. Well, he may have been a redhead in past years. That was Wills cruising past. King played it brilliantly. Sanderson, Scholl. Across the goal face goes the kick. The mark is taken by Scarlett. Meters in the clear. Nothing much down the ground. The Bulldogs have got the numbers, so he'll chip it out wide, and Ling ran hard for him. Took the mark. Well played. Comes back to the middle. Steinford low down. Gets slippery out there, and he's taken a slip. Well, it's unusual. You can predict that, but that's the way it is. Brown back towards Johnson. Johnson to Scott West, and West goes in short to Liberatore. Cruising past Dimatina. This is better. Ramiro, 35 metres out, and he's kicked a goal. Great start for the Dogs.
It's a pretty important game.
Well, they all are, aren't they? In the individual team's quest for just a position in the 8 and perhaps a top 4 position as the restructured final series come into vogue later on this year.
Ramiro sending it inside the 50. It was an awkward half volley for Grant. This is Eagleton, who's booted 3. Goes for home from 55. He's kicked 4. Shades of last week.
14-9 to 9-8. 31 points. Wills goes short. Darcy provided the lead in front of Scarlett and was rewarded. Then goes across the ground. Rowan Smith, he's been very, very quiet for a quarter and a bit. Short kick is all right. And Grant is marked. He's got Wills on to just put a little bit of unsureness in the minds of the Geelong players. And Grant, I think he's kicked a goal. That's behind the goal line. Bounce of the ball, centre wing. Chance here. Scotty West receiving the hand pass. Kicks to the front of the goals. Eagleton, still Eagleton. Nathan Eagleton round onto his trusty left. Goes for goal. Goal of the day! Nathan Eagleton, magnificent! 5 goals, but that was an absolute gem.
Oh, it was. That was superb. And he had, because I think it was Darcy that came out and provided a bit of a shepherd. It just gave him a little bit of space.
Missing it was Darcy. Contessa's hand pass was stifled. Ramiro got it to West. The kick comes out, or rather Ramiro kicks it inside the 50. It was West who got it to him. Hacked out of mid-air down there, and it's a goal to Johnson.
He's the bloke that'll change this game, I reckon, Brad Johnson.
And so I was talking to him before about, he was talking about Manchester United. Well, that's a goal that they'd be proud of.
Well, this is the closest the Bulldogs have been for quite a while in this match. Contessa can't get away from Milburn, but hand pass effectively to West. West, 2 Geelong players crash into each other. The ball gathered by McKay, across half-back, coughs it up, Rowan Smith gathers, hand pass over the top, West is gone, Raleigh got him, he shrugged the tackle, got the hand pass away. Well, it was indiscriminate, but it got Liberatore, comes back to Contessa, back to West, tight, congested, and the Bulldogs have come out on top. They've got the ball to Nathan Eagleton. Kicked a spectacular goal earlier in this term, Nathan Eagleton. Set shot, goes for goal, 7 goals, 6 goals rather. Just frustrated every attempt that Paul Hudson has made to try and get into this game. Now it's Grant, does well, gets the left foot away, and have a look who's got it. Speak of the devil. And he's just swooped on a kick that was...
He's an opportunist though, isn't he? Well,
important shot at goal. They all are in this last quarter for the Bulldogs. And Hudson has just popped it through beautifully.
Solid contributor back there. Plays tall. He's required to, with Ellis off the ground. He kicks it up towards the wing. Riccardi got a fist on it, knocked it down in front. McGrath went in hard. Here's an opportunity over the ball for Clark. Slapped out of there by West. Eagleton stood up in the tackle. Riley came back and got it. Kicks it up towards full forward. Mention from behind. Snell camped in front. Feeds it to Houlihan. Running out of space. Contessa bearing down. Houlihan has snapped a magnificent goal. What a fine kick.
And sometimes you need a bit of inspiration, and when you've been playing the way Geelong have been playing that last quarter, that's something that can give your team a lift.
So the Bulldogs so far on this term made no inroads into that lead at three-quarter time. Wine this time towards the exposed square. 7 for Eagleton.
That's not
now that was what they did on Thursday night, wasn't it? When there was no opposition there. I mean, that was just
training drill.
Just incredible, wasn't it?
Well, Geelong have been doing it all day, and I suppose they must have been watching it and said, hang on a second, if they can do it, so can we. But a great hit out here from Scotty Wendy. Just held out Graham.
Manning up is fine, isn't it, Jim? But somebody's got to take responsibility to be that last line.
You would have thought.
Well,
you would have thought someone might be there.
By manning up, the best you can hope for is preventing a goal. I mean, and in that case, they get one anyway.
But it's good to sometimes drop a player. If you've got 4 or 5 in the contest, you need to drop it. Defender needs to drop off the play and just be like that sweeper.
Well, the Bulldogs will effect the centre clearance. It's Scotty West running with the ball. Johnson, terrific stuff by Brad Johnson. Little hand pass. Dimatina goes wide and effectively. Rowan Smith is marked. He, along with Paul Hudson, can do something in their day here, which has been, well, ordinary by their standards. Rowan Smith kicks the goal. The Bullies within 9.
I hope it's a low-calorie phone. Wallace certainly gives it a workout.
Not much the coaches can really do now, though.
No, it's all about want-to from the players. Wine got it down to Ramiro, chopped off by Graham. Tackled by Darcy, hurried kick towards the wing. Riccardi knocked it down to Scholl, back to Riccardi, tries to break a tackle. Hunter got him, Scholl picks up the loose ball, back to Riley. Riley kicks it towards centre half forward, it bounces on. Well upended down there was Mensch. Ling's got the loose ball, was advantage paid. It was initially, but now I think the umpire is bringing it back, and Mensch will get the free at about 60 metres from goal.
So that would have been a certain goal.
He's allowed to play on and then kicks it all the way to the goal line. Getting back. Houlihan right on the goal line. Kicked a terrific goal earlier in the term. And he's going now for his 4th goal after having 5 last week. He kept Geelong in the game last week with their first 4 goals. Kicked off his own boot. And tonight he's kicked 4.
West runs hard again into open space. Just keeps going.
31 possessions.
Miscues with a kick, although it ends okay. Ramiro to Curley. Curley, the hurried kick. It's a high floater. Graham in best position. Well, a lot of talking. No one went at the ball. Eagleton inside the 50. He's kicked 7. Stops. Goes over the top. Will's just back in the game. Runs into an open goal and drills it.
Well, what about Nathan Eagleton? I reckon 199 out of 200 players in that situation would have thrown it on their left boot and tried to kick a goal. Very important clearances now. Darcy is aware of that. They all are. The kick was smothered off the boot of King. Gathered here by Garlick, spins out of trouble, gets to his feet, kicks it forward. All-important bounce here. Chris Grant plays the ball in front of himself. The bounce is awkward. Still Tom Harley. Doesn't he do well? Physically did brilliantly. Grant to Wine. Scotty Wine to Dimatina. What's he do? He kicks a goal. He kicks a goal. Magnificent fighting performance by the Bulldogs. And the pressure thrown right back on the Cats.
Well, you wouldn't believe it that they'd return with those 2 goals. That was just terrific play. Chris Grant just kept his feet. Just couldn't quite get the footy, but he just kept at it. As you see here, went to his knees, got back up again. I think he surprised Scott Wine. And a great goal there from Dimatina. but just good play, and particularly out of the centre. Darcy's so important, as you mentioned before. Ruckman, when the games are close, it's who can get their hands on the footy in these tight contests, and they're able to get it out of there.
What a finish. It's the Cats by 3 points. Still plenty of time. Riccardi left without it. West was taken high. No free kick. Ramiro has it. The Bulldogs work it forward. Down towards half forward. Back goes Scholl. Thought about a mark. Wasn't paid. Jabs it up towards the middle. Steinfurt inside the centre square. He kicks to the lead. Coming from half forward from Mooney. Unkind bounce. All Bulldogs at the back. Bartlett gets the hand pass away to Brown. Brown out wide for Johnson. Johnson directly in front of our commentary position. Chips it very high towards half forward. Wind is there, so too Graham. Roving the pack, Eagleton. The Bulldogs inside their 50. A goal and they will lead. Grant surrounded.
Oh, how can you pick a kick out of there?
Gee whiz.
Oh, you're ruining a game.
Harley's got the free kick. Harley kicking towards the wing then. Mooney over the top, the juggled mark.
Bulldogs have kicked 11 goals to 4 since half-time.
Sanderson peels off half-back. Long kick to half-forward. Croft did well. Wills brilliantly with a burst of speed. Hunter can go as well. He's off. One bounce. A second bounce. He's running up towards the wing. McGrath backs off. Hunter probing kick inside the 50. Grant is there. Knocked away by Harley. Missed by Liberatore. Over the top goes Hocking. Plenty of Cats there. Hocking tries to dig it out. It's picked up by Grant. Tries to shrug a tackle from McGrath. McGrath tries to soccer off the ground. On one knee. Got it to Graham. Right footy. Scarlett tries to get by West. Does. Hurried kick towards the outer side. Dench fell over. Hunter squeezed against the line. Puts it out of bounds on the ball.
That's the pressure. Unbelievable, isn't it?
That's costly.
3/4 of an hour earlier, he probably would have hit his teammate on the chest. But it's amazing stuff when you get down to 4.5 minutes left in a game. Geelong lead by 3 points. They led by a margin of 41 at half-time. Kicked forward, taken by Mooney. Away to Steinfurt. Steinfurt into the pocket. Getting back now is Hunter. Will he allow the ball to go over? He will. Oh, that was a little indiscreet. But Kingsley Hunter quite prepared now for a boundary throw-in.
Mooney's taking a couple of crucial marks there. He's coming up the ground.
Chance for Geelong to get a goal. Deep in their left forward pocket. Boundary umpire up against the behind post. Darcy gets a fist to it. Out wide, Hocking and West. And just slipping out of the hands there of Clint Bizzle. And the boundary umpire will repeat the dose. A little further away from the Geelong goal, perhaps about 15 metres, but still very much a chance for the Cats to get their 19th goal and give them just a little bit of breathing space.
It's like a telethon phone room at the present time with those coaches. Having a lot to say. Bizzle, clean possession. Well, I guess that could be holding the ball in some camps. He was dragged down, having opted to take it. The umpire decides to bounce it.
Dennis, they did very well there, Geelong, to try and get that open for that throw-in, getting a lot of space, and obviously the Bulldogs, they need to really crowd this and try and get the ball back down the other end.
It's happened a few times today, that space in front of set plays like that one, and they've resulted generally in goals. Darcy thumps it down. Contessa upended. Hocking comes out with a footy. Hurried kick, and he's kicked the goal. That could be it. They're up by 9 points, but still 3.5 minutes to go. And Hocking, not so long ago, reintroduced. 22 possessions this afternoon. None more vital than this one.
Just strength, wasn't it?
It was good, though. They kept it open. And then there was just nobody there on the defensive side close enough to put on a block. We've got to be man on man. Eagleton just coming back. We should have stayed there with Sanderson.
Over the head of Sanderson. And Sanderson thought about it. He's got a problem. Johnson 15 metres out. Couldn't get boot to ball. West goes off the ground. Harley like a goalkeeper. Wow. That would have gone into classic bloopers had they got a goal there. And Sanderson.
Gee, there was a handball on there. I think it was Rowan Smith that got the ball, didn't he? Oh, it was just... I suppose what you try to do, your blood's boiling as much as the supporters and the viewers, etc., and you just lose the plot momentarily, maybe, Jim?
Yep. Well, for a change, though, they had someone on the goal line.
You could feel Sanderson's mind racing there. Most unlike him to fumble, but suddenly he did. And now the clock is running down.
Well, there's just not enough time left now for the Bulldogs.
They've got to man up. They can't let Geelong have free man
I
standing
don't think
behind.
Brendan Sanderson will kick the ball, Jim.
No.
He won't. Have a drink of Mount Franklin. Mark Thompson. Well done. Well done by both coaches and both clubs. This looked like being a very, very one-sided game. At half-time, Geelong led by 41 points. But the Bulldogs, to their credit, fought very hard in the third quarter and in the last, eventually going down by 7 points. Geelong 19-12, 126. The Bulldogs 18-11, 119. And Nathan Eagleton was the star goal kicker. He kicked 7 for the Bulldogs. And for Geelong, they had 4 goal kickers. Adam Houlihan kicked 4 and Clint Bizzle kicked 4. Snell and Riccardi kicked 3 each.